Ain't never gonna have nothing to talk about.
Hey, it's gonna be a good one today.
Man, we need 3 hours a day.
Yeah, I can't give you 3 hours, but we gonna put in.
Nah, I'm saying to
Nah,
get through.
yeah. Nah, it's gonna be a good one though.
Sheesh.
It's gonna be a good one. Hey, shout out to my HBCUs, baby. We out here.
Hey,
Hey,
y'all,
we out
y'all
here, baby.
love to see it, man.
Shit.
That boy T Hunter. Yeah, man. We'll be
Prime.
back. Woo!
Yo.
Dog.
What's going on, man? How your
A
morning
lot.
going?
A lot. Morning is going better than Urban's right now. I tell you that, man. They fired my dog in the middle of the night.
I don't even know, bro. Shit, Urban might be happy right now.
You right. You got a point.
Hey, Urban might be happy right now. Like, it's a method to the madness, baby.
You got a point. He looked like he was trying to get up out of there.
Hey, it's
You
a
were
method
happy.
to the madness. We gonna
You-
talk about it, but I kind of had my own little scenario going in my head right now. But we'll talk about that later on in the show. But it's a method to the madness.
Man, I think so too, man. A lot. How's your day going? How's your morning going?
Man, morning going
11?
good, man. I can't complain, man. Day starting off well, in good spirits, good energy, man. So I'm good, my guy.
Hey, that's all you can ask for, man. No complaints. Like we said earlier, man, a lot to get to today. Sports, nothing like sports, man. Football, I don't care what league you follow, college, whatever. It's the best reality TV going out there, man. Some good, obviously, a lot of positives, then some negatives. Of course, we'll try to get to it all. Steph made history. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Travis Hunter making history.
Yes,
First
sir.
5-star recruit to commit to a FCS school, let alone an HBCU. Love to see it going out there with Prime and Jackson State. What else? Urban, obviously. Urban finally being shown the door. And like you said, it may be a good day for him. It may be a bad day for him.
Hey,
We
for sure.
we don't even know.
Talk about Steph. You know him breaking that, all-time 3-point record, man. We got a good one tonight, Thursday night football. Los Angeles Chargers and Kansas City Chiefs. So yeah, man, we got a lot. We got a lot.
COVID back. They on the damn fourth quarter comeback right now with the Omicron or whatever it's called.
You thought I was gone? Shit.
Huh? Yeah, that came back, man. And so we'll get to it, man. Big game for our Colts this weekend too against the Patriots.
Yeah.
Big game, but I don't even know if we'll be able to get to Sunday right now. So y'all make sure y'all tune into that Saturday show. Make sure y'all hit the mailbag, of course, and more importantly than anything, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tap in, like the stream, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. What you want to jump out the window with, man?
Hey, let's jump into it, man. Let's talk about Urban Meyer, man. Let's talk about it. You were out here and you jumped out early. I think it was January.
A couple of weeks, matter of fact.
January.
Let me see if Tone got me right. Let me see. Let's go all the way back in time.
You know, Urban knows me. Ooh. I don't know if we've ever met, but I can put in a word.
Hey, do not. I don't know about y'all relationship, but I would not hire Urban Meyer. I just wouldn't do it. Not in the NFL.
Okay.
Hell no.
Hey, that was big right there what you just said. 9-year NFL vet, man who is very well respected amongst his peers, host of the Man to Man podcast, Darius Butler says, do not hire Urban Meyer into the NFL. Is that real?
Do not do it. I wouldn't do it if I'm making that shot. He's left the last, couple places that he's been a mess. He wins at college programs. When you're recruiting some guys, you can build programs and win, but coming and dealing with professionals, I just don't know how that transition will work out with old Herb. But he's doing a good job on TV, though. I would suggest he stays there.
Don't worry about his health, too.
Ladies, because it's hard.
Start losing and
some other stuff.
Shoot, you called it. Urban Meyer fired after 13 games in Jacksonville. I got my, my thought process on it.
I need to hear it, man, because you got some history with the GM there, right? So
yeah. So, hey, look, Herb wanted to get out of there, man. He wanted to get out of there. He thought it was a good situation when the opportunity presented itself. Got a good young quarterback coming in. I could get my chance here in the league, but then once the season started going, and he realized, how he had at the college level, he was like, man, this might not be for me. It's different. And then when you just start seeing the movements, you got the kicker coming out saying, hey, Coach Herb kicked me and during the pre.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit. I laughed when I read the story. I laughed my ass off because I just couldn't imagine.
I never heard or seen anything like that with a head coach kicking another grown man, and you know what I'm saying. So on that part,
head ball coach, I kick you every what?
And then from that, after that, you got all the Herb in the meeting room. Like, yo, I'm winners. Like, y'all show me y'all resume, talking shit to the coaches. And then, after a loss, he stayed back and, he got the video of him with the little shorty doing their little 1-2 thing. Shout out to Coach 30, man. That was a dope little joint that he put up. Yeah, but then I just feel as though at that point he was like, man, look, man, I want out. I want out. This is probably not my fit. I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna quit. You know what I mean? Put that more stain on his names. I just feel as though right now he like, man, that's. And then
what they gave him 60, 5 years, 60.
You know what I'm saying? So he's not gonna quit because then he's not gonna be able to get that bread. And now he's seeing what these college coaches is getting. And you just said it on your on the tape when you was on the Pat McAfee show. Like when he's the head coach at these college programs, he's a winner there. So
it's a different ball game.
I see what these coaches getting. I'm going back to the college. Man. Like, yeah, fire me.
Yeah, because he in that college landscape, he a god out there. Like I think 3 natties, different schools, and his track record is ironclad in the college game, and it's just a different dynamic. Obviously, the college guys are grown men too, but it's it's different. You still finding yourself in college. You can rule by fear in college, and and everybody just know how much power that head coach has, and it's a different ball game when you come in there with grown ass men with kids and
families
and families and just different things going on. It's a whole. You got to earn. You got to have respect first and foremost. That's what comes first in that locker room is respect on every level. We all co-workers. I'm putting food at your table. You putting food on mine. We got to figure this thing out as professionals. So how you handle that, the hiring of like his boy Doyle, who had a spotty track record coming in college, the things he did in the draft, just all of it was just bad. Like you said, maybe it was self-sabotage. I think part of it was just he was somewhat clueless. Yeah, ego. You got ego and you think, because like I said, he has won in these places, but coming to the NFL, that's different. You seen it happen with Saban, Petrino, in others. So I was shocked. I was shocked by it. And what does surprise me though is, and I'm not saying don't ever hire a coach from college. I'm not saying you can't be successful from college, but it's you got to do your due diligence. You got to do your research. It just shocks me that these billionaires with all these resources at their fingertips can't check these boxes off of these people that's coming to you.
Look at here, D-Buck.
Come on, man.
Hey, sometimes, like you said, yeah, billionaires, but you don't know what you don't know. You understand what I'm saying?
You got to use your resources.
Shit, like I get that. I mean, and I'm with you with that. But even sometimes the resources don't know what they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So,
facts.
So I feel you there, and I agree 1,000%. But like I said, I think Urban was like, man, look, I see my way out of this.
Urban said, I don't need this shit.
Man, I don't see this Jacksonville situation getting better for another couple of years.
And that's what I'm saying. You're a coach. He's obviously going to Ohio State and Florida. Those are big time programs, but he's built some programs. So coming to the NFL, know it ain't gonna be sweet. You got the number 1 pick. You got a ton of cap space. You got those things for a reason. You see Trevor Lawrence and everybody's saying, okay, this is a generational prospect. All right, this is the guy I'm gonna come out of the TV booth for. You had to know what was in front of you to some sense. So I get where you're coming from with the all right, man, this shit different, but man,
people are built different, D-Buck. You understand, and you know that. Like you've been in a lot of rooms, and you like, yo, I see how I'm gonna grind. I see the way I'm gonna work through certain things, and you see other guys like they not built like that. Like Herb might not be built like that. Herb needs a situation. He needs everything to be in line. You get what I'm saying? Like
or him to be able to force the shit in line.
Yeah, you just got some people who works better when things are in their favor. Yeah, and not used to working from behind the 8 ball. And obviously Herb, like, look, man, I'm gonna get with you, man. I'm gonna get with you.
I hope, man. Who you think is the right
Coach Caldwell?
I've been hearing Coach Caldwell a lot, man, especially from his former players.
I put a tweet out there this morning saying next year, man, he needs to be a head coach for somebody's team. He needs to be on somebody's sideline leading a team. Spoke with him at Robert Mathis when he was getting inducted into the Ring of Honor. He said he wants to give it another shot, one more shot, but it has to be a head coaching role. And I don't see another name another person.
It's some guys. Some candidates out there.
Coach Caldwell, man. You got my vote.
That's hey, it's not a bad one.
Who's yours?
Obviously, Eric Bieniemy, Brian Daboll, Todd Bowles. I think he deserves another shot, especially if you got a quarterback like this. It's some good candidates out there. I think it's some good candidates out there, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. You think Herb done though? You think he done coaching college? I would say for sure in the pros he's done.
Oh yeah, he ain't touching the pros again. Like
college, you think he back in college, back on TV?
Potentially. He probably gonna take a break. For maybe a year. I think you'll see.
Yeah. He'll fall off, duck off for a year. He'll be on a boat somewhere, and then you got to think a year from now, Urban, all this shit will be. We'll be long forgot about this for how the news cycle works in these days. So I think somebody in one of these college decision makers will sign off on bringing him in because his resume at college is different, man. But let's get to some positive news. Steph Curry officially broke the record. We've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now. Officially broke it in Madison Square Garden of all places. Some will call it the Mecca of basketball, but he broke it, man. And it was dope, man. It was dope to see the people in the building. It was dope to see how Madison Square received them and how they took the time for him to, embrace his parents, teammates, all that. I thought it was super dope, man. I love what Steph is doing to the game, man. What was your thoughts on Steph?
Nah, man, it was beautiful. Like you said, I was one of them records that one of the greats had. So, another great broke it. Like you said, that being able to break that record in Madison Square Garden where a lot of magic has happened. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you talk about the game of basketball. So, congrats to Steph, man. And like you said, like you see it up here, it's 2,974 threes and counting. So our guy still got he still has.
He's 33 right now.
I would say at least because the way he plays, like he can play
Exactly.
40.
Exactly.
You seen Vince Carter later on in his career went from jumping over 7-footers to being top 10 in history in 3-pointers. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So,
yeah.
So Steph, man, the way he plays the game, he can still. I think he'll set it. I think he will set the bar so high that I don't think that record gets touched for a long time.
I say at least a decade. At least a decade. I think anybody that sniffs it, they're probably in Pampers right now, elementary school. I think it'll be a while. What he's like you said, another 4 or 5, maybe even 6 years. This dude's still gonna be doing it. But somebody who kind of who stole the show, and obviously this Steph, none of this Steph shit would be possible for old Wardell, man. But I peeped my guy when they scanned the crowd the first time when he broke it.
Hey, peep the whole situation though. Like he got like 2 or 3 in his system right now. You know what I'm saying? He got the
you in the city. You in the city too.
You in the city. You showing the Gucci belt. You know what I'm saying? So just letting y'all know I am out here. You know what I mean? He got the little bracelet on. Not too crazy.
Head behind him. He rocking. He got to show his belt buckle too. I don't know what brand that is, but
no question. Got the bracelet, not too gaudy, just a little something to show you that I'm about that. Light work. Got the chain. You know what I'm saying?
Got the plain Jane on the left.
Hey, that's it. That's all you need. Just know, hey, I'm out here. I'm out here.
Wardell was outside, man, on the hunt, man. Hey,
in New York too, and why?
The city, I respect it, man. He about to go on a run right now, but I respect it, Wardell. None of this would be possible without you, man. So shout out to Dell Curry
and Mom Duke
and Sonya None of it would be possible.
Shout out Mom Duke.
Never can forget Mom Dukes, but it's crazy, man. I never realized how much Seth looks like Dell. Like Seth looked just like his pop. That's crazy, man. But shout out to the Curry family, man. Seth balling too. Seth nice too.
Yeah, it's
shout
crazy.
Out to the whole fam, man.
It's crazy.
What else we had going on? You see the hoodie my dog got on, man. I ain't go to HBC, but we up, baby.
Hey, man. Hey, and I want to talk about this, man, because I see it's a lot of hate out there. Like why would he do this? Why would he decommit from Florida State and go to Jackson State? You know what I'm saying? Like, Doug. How you say Doug? How you pronounce Doug last name?
Clown. Doug Gottlieb.
Doug Gottlieb said that there's no. What's the exact words he said? Basically, he says no big time players coming from HBCUs, right? Again, and I could talk about this for days, right? So you got Travis Hunter, right? One of the top recruit, 5-star, plays corner, plays receiver too. Talking about he could go, be two-way. Like, why wouldn't you, as a football player, right, go to a school where the head coach is arguably the best corner that ever played the game? Like, who else would I want to learn from?
And arguably the best athlete to ever step foot in the NFL.
Like, he's able to teach me so much about the game, about life, and he looks like me, so he understands what's going on when I step off the field, when I go into this real world. Like he understands what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? I don't get. And now we talk about the NIL, right? Like
you know where you're coming from with that.
Yeah. Like now we talk about the NIL. Like he could potentially get from 1 million to 3 million. Like why is that so troubling? Is it because
I think Prime kind of said that that was some bull about those reports. I'm sure he's gonna make some money. Top, one of the top recruits and I don't have a problem with him making money. Just like I don't have a problem with the cat at Alabama making $1 million. Like, you know what I mean? And that's Prime. I mean, this is back in the 80s. Prime would have been the guy I would go to when they talk about NIL and making money as a college athlete, being marketable. So it's so many reasons why. Matter of fact, I had an opportunity to go train anywhere for the combine. Dion had started something Prime U. It was his first or second, maybe his first year, I think, doing it. I said, "Shit, I'm going. This is where I'm going to train. I'm going to go train with Prime." Like, okay, like nobody can teach me what this dude can teach me, man. So I can't wait because we got to understand. And a lot of people know. Me and you have been in a position, obviously, but the athletes are what make the program. Now, obviously, coaches, resources, facilities, TV exposure, all those things come. But it starts with the athletes first. So if you go back in time, you look at a lot of these Hall of Famers that was coming in, a lot of these great players before you can even go to these white universities that were coming from these HBCUs. So, and even still, you got AB, Rob Mathis, Michael Strahan. The list goes literally on and on and on. Aeneas Williams, like just so many names.
Man, Rasheem Mathis, man, like
the hate is crazy, man.
I
love to see that too, though.
Hey, I love the hate. Yeah, that's so. Again, I want the listeners, if you viewing, don't ever get it twisted and think that there's not NFL talent at these HBCUs. Right? Last year, not one player from the HBCU got drafted. Right? Not crazy. 6th round, 7th round, and that's crazy to me because I know it's talent that could play at that level. Right? Another thing that we can tap into is that. It's these scouts that's going in,
the recruiters.
These scouts and these recruiters that's going in these buildings don't necessarily know what they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? And again, when you go to an HBCU, it's not going to be as sexy as when you go to Ohio State, when you go to a Florida State. You're not going to be sitting in this nice little lounge with this big screen TV. Like, hey, it's going to be different. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever get it twisted and think that it's not talent, NFL talent at these HBCUs. Like, and that shit bugs me out that you telling me not one player was draft worthy last year from an HBCU.
Not one.
Like, come on, man. But again, man, I don't want Dion to leave Jackson State. I think what he's doing, he's pushing this shit forward. Shout out to Travis Hunter, seeing having a vision of, hey, I'm gonna go to HBCU and I can start something down the line. I want Coach Dion, I want Coach Prime to stay there and continue to make change and change the landscape for HBCUs, man. And it's a beautiful thing. And I love to see it.
Big time. And like Prime went on ESPN this morning. I think he was on Keyshawn's radio show. He was just saying, like, look, you look across the landscape of the NCAA and the NFL. I mean, 70+% of these rosters are African American. And he said the difference here is I'm the head guy. I went and got him. They say I flipped him, but once he came to that homecoming game, we talked about HBCU homecoming. He said once he came to that homecoming game, it was over. And he said that's the difference. And then even when you go back to these big universities, these PWIs, these recruiters that's really getting these guys in there, they look like us. Who got me to UConn? Terry Richardson got me to UConn. Grew up in Fort Lauderdale and got me up there to UConn. And got a bunch of other cats that helped turn that program around in the Big East. So don't get it twisted, man. But I love to see Travis Hunter step out there. And it's going to take a leap of faith. Definitely going to take some sacrifice on the front ends because you are going to miss out on some things that you'll see that other people won't. But I love to see it, man. I definitely want to see it work out for Travis Hunter and Coach Prime and that whole landscape. It will. We putting that out there, man.
That good energy out there. It will work.
Yes, sir. But you see Dabo. According to Dabo Swinney, head coach of the Clemson Tigers, I know over the years he's had pretty high recruiting classes. I think that's dropped off pretty recently here. He's kind of getting exposed since Sunshine and D. Watt left. But his quote, it's chaos right now. Tampering galore. Adults manipulating young men. Education is like the last thing now, according to Dabo Swinney. adults manipulating young men. That is absolutely hilarious coming from Dabo Sweeney.
Making all this money off these young, I ain't gonna say off these young men, but making all this money. Not a
Dabo
fan
been a fraud.
he's not a fan of NIL. Why not? Why these young men can't get this bread?
He said he was leaving too, didn't he? I thought he said he was
was.
retiring if college players ever start. That's when I'll walk away. I would just be done with that.
Yeah,
Got out of here, man. What else we got, man? Let's get to the NFL, man.
Go,
Get to the league, man. That's where we're gonna see Travis Hunter in a few years. Let's get to the league, though, man. Cap news came out.
I heard you making a comeback.
Hey, man, I saw this Cap, man. I when it got loose, but nah, it ain't gonna happen. But the NFL informed clubs the Cap is projected to be $208 million, reported by Tom Pelissero. That's a jump from 180 something. 180. It went from 198. It was supposed to go to 208, and it actually went back because obviously the pandemic, and now it's going back to 208. So should be an interesting offseason.
Yes, it will.
Some of these new deals gonna look crazy.
Look crazy. Even I can't do it. I can't do it. Timing. We always talk. Well, we used to talk about in the locker room. It's about like sometimes you might see a player who gets a deal that you may not necessarily agree with, but it's timing. It's timing, and you going into free agency this all season. Hey, go get that money, man.
It's a great time, and even if you're not, it might be time. Hey, Cole, GM, we got to read
that door.
We got to Kenny Moore.
All they can say is no.
How your representation knock on that door, Chris Ballard. He paid Bedard early. Did right by him. Great, contract for the culture. Hey, this is how we doing it. We're gonna build this thing right. I think Kenny still got 2 years left on his contract. Time for 2-3 to get paid again, man. I'm putting that out there too. It's time. Yeah. There's others out there too. I saw Honey Badger talk about this and tweet this out. So he might be another guy. But yes, sir. What you want to get to, man? So we got some new number one seeds after the past week.
Let's
Packers number one, Patriots number one. What you want to get to?
Let's get one of these questions though. We got a question. We didn't get a video, but we do got a question.
Well, let's get to it.
Actually, about tonight's game from Alex Ross. Can the Chiefs defense continue to dominate run against the Chargers without Chris Jones? What are the keys for the Kansas City secondary against a phenomenal Chargers passing attack?
What you think? I mean, the keys for the Chiefs secondary, I would say for any secondary against a quarterback like Herbert, and the same for the Chargers against Mahomes. Make them go the long, hard way. Pause. Make them have long, sustained drives. Don't give up the big play. Obviously, get after the quarterback, and that goes without saying. But that's your recipe for success. Kansas City, they lost. I think Snead is going to miss this game as well. Will Gates Jr. is going to miss this game. So some injuries, man. Then on the Chargers side, they got a couple guys who are going to be game time decisions who will have to work out before the game to see if they can go. I think Derwin, Sante Samuel Jr., I think one more. So Rashawn Slater's out. That all pro pretty much rookie left tackle. So a lot of injuries in this game. But I'm still excited to see it. Two great quarterbacks, two really good teams fighting for a divisional crown, man. What's your recipe for success?
Man, you hit it on the head.
These guys tonight.
Nah, I mean, you hit it on the head, bro. Like, especially for that defense, and I think that's week in and week out. Regardless of what quarterback you playing, you want that offense, that opposing offense, to go the long route. As a secondary, we always talk about, don't give up those big plays. It's not too many offenses in the league that's willing and patient enough to go the long haul, 10-yard passes, 5-yard passes, the dink and the dunk. So again, Don't let the ball go over your head. If the receiver does catch that ball, make sure you tackle him, no yak.
Yeah, limit that yak.
Yeah, and then like you said, get after the quarterback. And if it's four-man pressure, 5-man pressure, 6-man pressure, don't get neither one of these guys time in that pocket, man, to sit back there. Because that'll be ugly.
Both of them will pick you apart, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me jump into some more of these comments, man. We gotta
SJM, man. Where you can get these HBCU gear from? You go to Legacy History and Pride. Legacy History Pride. You can go to their Instagram, their IG. I'll actually put it in the chat as well. But my guy, man, he's a Howard grad, man. He's been doing some good things with all this HBCU gear. So y'all go check it out.
Man, that's hard, man. Shit, I got some shit on today too. I'm Black On out there. They based out in Cincinnati. Go check out their Instagram. I'm Black On. Joe Burrow, he rocked some of their stuff too, man. But they got a hard line, man. Dope line. Hey, DariusButlerShop.com too. Man, they got a hard legacy, history, and pride. There we go. Bum.
Go.
Bum. Man, who y'all think gonna win tonight, man? So it's gonna be a good Thursday. I'm gonna have me some yak tonight. Put one in there, have me some yak.
No, you can think by halftime.
Nah, not with these quarterbacks. You betting the over tonight, 52.5?
Yeah,
short week.
I'm gonna go over.
You going over? Yeah, I think I'm going over too. I see this being like a 38, 35 type jump. Yeah. Sure.
I'm going over. Who you got? Well, you got Chargers.
No. I had to. I don't know. This tough. This tough because the Chiefs 6 and the Chiefs 8-2 in their last 10 games. These teams met obviously in week 3. Chargers won by 6, I think, but the Chiefs are 8-2 since that meeting. The Chargers are 6-4, and the Chargers have been more consistent. But then when you look at the Chiefs, ain't really beat nobody like that. You know, same with the Chargers, but so I don't know, man. I've been going back and forth. Matter of fact, these Chiefs injuries, I'm going Chargers plus the points. Chargers plus 3. Shocker, I know. Shocker. Who you got?
I don't know yet.
Got the over. That's what I'm gonna put my money on.
I don't know yet. I ain't gonna front you, but I think it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a good one. If those guys weren't out as far as injury wise for the Chiefs, I think I would have been leaning towards the Chiefs. So I think it'll be closer to game time once I see, as far as the Chargers, what guys are gonna be in, what guys are gonna be out. So
yeah, I think both quarterbacks over under on passing yards is set around like 280 something. And that usually obviously goes depending on how the game, how the game is actually going. So because Herbert threw for like 275 last week, but AFC player of the week. So he had a great game, just didn't need to throw a bunch against.
Yeah, man. That
Giants. Chris Jones being out too.
Yeah, that's huge. Tough, man. That's
huge.
Tough.
Jones, Snead, Woodgate, yeah. Chargers.
I think with Snead, man, I think it's prayers to his family. I think he lost his I think it was Snead.
Yeah, I saw it said personal reasons for him, so I didn't see what
lost his brother.
Damn.
Yeah. So prayers to the Snead family.
For sure. Definitely, man.
Yeah.
What you want to get to?
What else you got, man? Look
at these standings real quick.
Yeah, sure. I'll take the AFC, man. Right now, AFC East, you got the Pats at the top, man. 9-4, Bills 7-6, Dolphins 6-7, and D-Butt Jets is 3-2. AFC North, we got the Baltimore Ravens 8-5, man. We got the Browns and the Bengals sitting at 7-6, Steelers 6-1. AFC South, Titans 9-4, Colts 7-6. Texans and Jags 2-11, ready for their off season. And AFC West, you got the Kansas City Chiefs 9-4, Chargers 8-5, Broncos 7-6, and the Raiders 6-7.
Yeah, and this NFC side, We got the Cowboys. We're gonna start in the East. Cowboys at the top. Football team. Eagles, Giants. Football team and the Eagles tied at 6-7. Cowboys sitting at the top at 9-4. Giants got the bags packed. Going to the NFC North. Bears and the Lions got the bags packed. Vikings still in at 6-7. Then you got the Packers at 10-3. NFC South. Packers might as well go ahead and Panthers might as well go ahead and pack it up. Saints still in at 6-7. Falcons still in at 6-7. Bucks 10-3. NFC West, Cardinals 10-3. Rams 9-4. Niners 7-6. Seahawks pack them up, sitting at 5-8, man. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm definitely interested to see who's gonna get that 1 seed on the NFC side. You got the Packers 10-3, Bucks 10-3, Cardinals 10-3, Cowboys 9-4, Rams 9-4, and then you got the remaining games right here. Who you think got the sweetest road to that number 1 seed?
And that
Looking at these schedules.
Looking at that NFC, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Tampa Bay.
Okay, Tampa Bay got New Orleans at home, Carolina on the road, Jets on the road, and then Carolina at home. Yeah. Damn. It's looking good for them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Tampa because you look at Green Bay, at Baltimore, Cleveland, Minnesota always plays them tough. Detroit, Detroit, and then you look at Arizona at Detroit, Indy. I think that's gonna be a tough game. I think Dallas is gonna be a tough game, and then Seattle is gonna be another tough one for them. And then Dallas at New York. I think that divisional matchup is going to be tough. Washington football team is going to be tough. Arizona's tough, and at Philly. So I think Dallas' last 4 games are not easy. And then you look at the Rams. Look at the Rams, Seattle, at Minnesota, at Baltimore, and then at home with San Fran. So those 4 teams aren't cupcakes either. So.
Yeah,
man. Tough.
I think I might be with you though. Tampa looking like they're on the best track for that 1 seed at home. They've been tough to beat all year. Won the Super Bowl there last year, so they have to go out to LA to win it this year. But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for somebody going there and beat them in the playoffs. So we'll see though. None of these games, it's never a gimme in the NFL. So we'll definitely see. I'm gonna take my little quick break on the other side.
Go ahead, take that break.
Got some good games to get to, man. I read bite.
Yeah, y'all put some questions on. Put some questions in the chat, man. Y'all holler at me. I know I'm ready for show today and then tomorrow, man. And these kids going this Christmas break. I probably hate getting up more than they do. Like G.I. Joe said, man, hit that like button, click subscribe. Tell a friend, man. We appreciate y'all for sure. Rocking with us. Garrett, does the Bengals make the playoffs? Ooh, man. Let's take a look one more time. 7-6. It's tough in the AFC North right now. I say they do. We're gonna see how that shake out, but I say the Bengals make it. Molly Moore. Who was the MVP right now? Brady or Rodgers? I'm gonna go Rodgers, man. I think right there it's a flip of the coin. Brady definitely doing some good things out there. But Rodgers, I think I'm gonna go with Rodgers right now. I think he might got the nod for me. David, want to see Bieniemy get a shot at Jacksonville? I would like that as well. We got Trevor Lawrence. Bieniemy been working with Patrick Mahomes, so that wouldn't be a bad look at all. Won't be a bad look at all. Boston die hard X. I did see it in the comments. Well, he's in the COVID protocol. Waterman, he's been having a hell of a year. Hell of a year. AB, does Lamar secure the bag this offseason with the cap going up? No question. No question. Me and D-Buck, we talk about this all the time, man. You just don't know when you're going to be able to have that quarterback, that franchise quarterback come around. And, you know, I feel as though Lamar Jackson is one of those quarterbacks. So you got him in the building. Don't let him walk. Pay the man. Pay the man. Out of the major four sports, how would you rank what league to have the highest salaries based on the stress on the player's body and mental? Man, I would say NFL one. I mean, we basing it off the stress on the player's body. I would say MLB would be last.
A lot of games in the MLB.
Yeah, but you know, you got sometimes shit.
A lot of travel.
Yeah, but I mean, you play outfield. You might, you might get a ball hit to you. You probably gotta go run for that deep shot. Probably how many times a game?
So, that'd be a question for Tone. I would say from watching it about 4 or 5.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I no knock on the MLB, but I'm just based off the question, the stress on the player's body and mental. I think traveling and being away from the family, whatever, I think that plays a part. I think mentally it's even. Just playing a professional sport, I think mentally it's even. I'm gonna just go based off the stress on the player's body. I would have MLB last, NBA, NHL, then NFL at the top.
Yeah, I mean, bodies, obviously, I would go NFL one.
NFL,
mental, right. We can't really speak to the mental and all that stuff for the other leagues. I just know for us, we don't travel as much. We got eight road games or 9, or depending on how it is now. But the NBA, them boys on the road all the time, running up and down that floor. I'm sure, it's give and take with all the leagues.
Yeah, for sure.
We need more guarantee. I understand from the business side of it, why NFL contracts aren't guaranteed. From the player side, obviously, you want it all to be guaranteed. But business side makes sense. Violent game, but more needs to be guaranteed, and I think more needs to be done post career, in that department. But you know what I mean, all around, not only just the money, but just overall well-being for athletes. We all have our own. We all grown men. We all got to take care of our own stuff. But obviously, some things come with that league and the wear and tear on your bodies and brains. That shit need to be done after the game to make sure cats are good. But and they got the money. They got the money to do it. That's no doubt about that. So let's get her done. All right, man.
Yeah, Joe, man, I seen you. You had made this comment earlier where we were talking about Dabo and how Dabo made a statement where like education is like the last thing. I heard you say that education should be number one. I'll have some people that could argue with you on that, but education is.
I might be one of them.
Education is important.
Definitely.
Education is very important. But sometimes talk about a guy that wants to make it to the NFL or the NBA. That's your only route. You know what I'm saying, to go to school. Like
situations are situational, and college not for everybody, and it's not a good thing or a bad thing. College does great things. College was a great experience for me personally. I learned a lot about myself. The books are probably the least important thing that my college experience, but it ain't for everybody. And like you said, if you're trying to go to the NFL, that's your only route. You have to go to college. So for the guys who are going to go into college and say, hey, I want to get a degree in this, but I also want to play football or basketball and try to see how far I can go in that too. Education should be number one, but education on what? I think education on money, finances, education on if you're trying to go into sports, the whole ecosystem of sports, not just being an athlete, not just being a product, but actually what goes on the media landscape, behind the camera. The business of it, the ins and outs, the production, the agents, all these different things that go into it, where a lot of people are making a lot of money. The athletes, we get all the limelight, we get the camera time, but really, you got the hardest road because you're going to be kicked out of that league, in your 20s most likely, and then you got a whole life to live real life. So education, but education on what exactly.
And not always, like you say, going to a college or a university. You know what I'm saying? You're going to getting a trade. That's educational, but not necessarily in the form of what we talking about as far as, sitting down, going through the books and all that. So I agree with you. Education is very important, but sometimes, it's top priority for everybody. And you can't knock them for that.
That's a fact. You got to take these classes and do it, man. I look at my college career and it's like, and not even athletes. Most people I know in business that are running business, that are even working for other businesses, 9 times out of 10, what they went to college for has absolutely nothing to do with what they're doing now. And 9 times out of 10, what you started to go to college for, you probably switch majors. So education is important, but
what
education.
What was your major?
Sociology. I had to choose something that I felt like I was going to be actually interested in, like how people raise their kids, how people are acting in communities, in society, and a lot of it now. What's going on, and obviously with the pandemic and what's going on, anything crashes, all that stuff. That's when my degree it does come in handy. I would say.
That was my minor. Sociology was my minor. Criminal justice.
What was your major?
Criminal justice.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. I started with psych, but I said, I thought I was gonna do pilot. What did you already know you're gonna be a criminal justice major when you went in, or you started with something else?
Nah, I didn't. I did like when I was going to school. It was on some. When I was going to school, I wanted to be what was it, like computer
engineer, computer. I wish I did some computer.
Like computer. But then it was just at that time, 17. I'm like, man, that workload. Playing ball, having to do a whole bunch of stuff. So, but I was always interested in knowing the law. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing the law and things of that nature. So, criminal justice, that was it for me, man. I had a ball, just learning a lot. Internships, man, just doing different things, man. It was something that I was actually interested in for the 4 years I was there. So
if football didn't work out, what do you think you would go into?
I wanted to go to law school. I wanted to go to law school, and then I still wanted to be around that sports arena. So I was thinking about, going to law school and being an agent, sports agent. So
okay, that's what's up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you kind of remind me that lawyer from Power. Damn, what's his name, man? Method Man. What's Method Man name on there, man?
Hey, Method, he on his toes. He be on his toes.
He be on point. Damn, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now, man. But yeah, I mean, you can still become an agent right now. We need more of us in that agent business.
Yeah, I do, but I think the game is different. I think when we agents because I talk to my agent all the time. You know what I'm saying? And we do need more of us there, in that seat. But I feel like sometimes it becomes like you got to deal with a lot when you become an agent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not only dealing with that player.
You're entrusted with a lot too.
entrust with a lot, but you're not only dealing with that player, you're dealing with that parent, that player's parents, their families. It's a lot that goes into it, and it has some agents. Some agents are different. They tell you up front, like, look, this is the only thing I'm
transactional.
This is the only thing that I'm focused on. But the agents that really care for that player as a person, what's going on in their lives, and to help them be the best person that they can be on and off the field, they got to deal with a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I got the patience to deal with somebody, mom and dad, asking me why my son not playing. I'm like, well, I don't have the patience for that. But I do have the patience to sit down and help a young man, help them make the right decision on and off the field. So on that,
for sure. You definitely gotta have the time for it, for sure. Because the first agent I had, and he had the most clients in the league. But one thing I would say, at the time when he didn't have a family, didn't have a wife, didn't have kids. And I mean, if you hit this dude at 12:59 a.m., he was gonna hit you back at 1:01 a.m. So and then other people, they got families, got kids, you may hear from the next day, which is not a bad thing, but gotta know what you're signing up for. But that agent, I say I think more of us need to be in it, the ones that have time for sure, just because who knows that experience, better than us. And I was actually talking with somebody yesterday who's running the NFL NIL division of their company.
Yeah.
And obviously, all this stuff is new, and they were asking me, like, what would you want as an athlete? If you're a college athlete, what do you think would be important? Blah blah. And that was just what I said kind of earlier, just the education of what goes on around the sports, the whole business of sports, because you are getting put right in the middle of a multi-billion-dollar a year industry. So it's a dirt. You feel like coming out as an athlete, my agent, whoever's calling me, like, these people have my best interests at heart. My marketing people, my accountant. You think all these new people coming in your life have your best interests. If I make money, they make money. But it's a lot of snakes. It's a lot of sharks who are just sharp and on their toes. You can take advantage of a lot of people, man. So that's why I hope you see a little revolution in that. Davis McLean. Yeah, there you go. Davis McLean face. You get me off though, Paul. You get me off a case. I already know that. I trust that word education.
Nah, I get you off the case. Just believe in me, bro. No, don't say nothing.
You probably won $1 million up front too, just like him.
Hey, if I'm damn right. Hey, how long do you keep your agent? Who asked that question? Van. How long you keep your agent after football? Like D-Bud just said, like some of these relationships are just strictly transactional. You know what I'm saying? Transactional. So like, after you done playing, they like, well, shit, what else can we do? But in my case, I know I still do some work with my agent. He still looks over deals and stuff that comes across the table. Shit for us, for me, you know what I mean? So I still have a good working relationship with mine.
Same here. We actually went. I was with my agent a month ago, maybe. We went. My best friend got inducted into his City Hall of Fame, and we had the same agent. So looks over stuff. And the thing about a lot of agents, they're lawyers. The things that lawyers can do, they are good at breaking down language. Like your agent they may read something and say, all right, this is what it means, basically. And I say, okay, this is what I want to say. You know what I mean? So being that go-between, they on point with that stuff. So the good ones. So the good agent, it should be a lifetime relationship. It should be a lifetime. It should help you post-career, not just, worry about you when you're making the money. But some are in that transactional bucket, and nothing wrong with that either. You don't need all agents to be your best friend. Sometimes you need somebody to get that deal done
and get out of there.
You know what I mean? Get up out of there, man.
Yeah.
But let's get what else we got. Oh, COVID, man. Let's talk about COVID a little bit. It's been running rampant through all the leagues: NBA, NFL, NHL, college. This new variant, I guess, is running wild, even with the vaccine out here. But you can see the updates from Schefter, his Twitter profile. Man. NFL now has over 75 players positive for COVID in the past 2 days per source. I know the Browns, they got a lot of people out. Like it's crazy right now. I know a lot of tier 1, tier 2 employees, they have to take the booster now. I think before the 22nd of December, which, we don't need to get too deep into that, but
yeah, man, it's crazy. That's why I'll leave it at that. Man, I wish everybody stay safe. You know what I'm saying?
Especially around this holiday season,
holiday
man.
season, will be around people. If you're traveling, wash your hands, man. Mask up, and I'm gonna leave it at that, man.
Yeah. Do be smart, man. Be smart. It's still out here. COVID is still out here. The vaccines, they've been safe, they've been effective, they've been doing their job. But you're dealing with a virus, you're dealing with something that mutates. Make sure you take care of yourself, man. Make sure you are taking care of yourself, your immune system, your overall health.
And vitamins.
Vitamins. You see me, I'm on my
vitamins.
Trying
man.
to duck this Omarion as long as possible.
Juice up too, man. Juice up. Get some, get some of that fruit up in you. Juice up. You know what I mean? That's good for you. So
yeah, all that.
But stay healthy.
And consult your doctors. Not just. But big games. We talked about the game tonight already. This is another really big game this weekend. Got number 1 seed New England Patriots coming into the Lucas Oil Stadium, man. The Colts favorite by 2.5 points at home.
Oh man,
what happened?
That boy Boston die hard. Boy, I used to smash some Flintstone vitamins back in the day.
Facts.
Yeah, I seen that
Big
shit.
Facts.
Boy. Hey, but yeah, Patriots at the Colts, man. Shit, 2 of your former mobs, man.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got?
It's going. Man, what I got? Man, I don't know, man. I don't know yet. But it's gonna be a good one. Sunday Night Football. You got Mac Jones. He said his arm gonna be fresh. He ain't thrown a pass in a while.
Yeah, right.
You got JT. We coming off a bye week. We gonna be fresh at home. I don't know, man. What worries me, what concerns me about this game is Carson Wentz going up against Bill.
He concerns you right now?
Right now, he just going up against Bill because we know what Bill gonna do. He gonna try to take away your right hand, make you beat your left handed, which means I think this game is gonna come down to Carson Wentz having to beat the New England Patriots pass defense. And their pass defense is been on point. And then we look at our receiver group right now, it ain't up there. So that's what concerns me about my Colts right now going into this one. Let me put my helmet back. But we do have JT. Got a hell of a defense and we're at home. So I don't know, man. Which way you going on this one?
I'm going with the Colts, man.
Going with the Colts.
No
hesitation.
I'm going with the Colts, man. Can't pick the Pats over the Colts.
Get your heart out of it now.
The one time I'm getting my heart is all the way in it, baby. I'm going with the Colts, man.
At least you don't have to. Now, I don't want this to be misconstrued as I don't have any confidence in Carson. I just saw somebody put that in the chat. I got confidence in Carson. He had a great season, but we know the strength of this offense, man. And we also know what the Patriots are going to do. I tell you from history. I've been on the other side of this matchup.
What they going to do
with that horseshoe in my helmet? When that flying Elvis comes in, they trying to line up in 2-back, just like I said when they play the Bills. They're gonna line up in 2-back, and they're gonna try to run the ball down your throat until you stop.
It's been working for them though. Like it's like shit. Past 2 weeks for them, right? Past 2 or 3 weeks for the Patriots. That's what they've done.
That's what they've been. That's been their bread and butter all seseason.
For the most,
put Mac Jones in good situations.
Yeah, but I know for sure these past 2 weeks, you know, it was glorified. Like they just had that, that 2-back old school 2004, 2003 neck collar, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the Colts, man.
I feel you. Hey, we got to stop, and we got the defense. We got the front to stop the run. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a physical ball game. So, put your. I already talked to a couple guys on the coach. Make sure you got them little. I don't know if you used to wear them little baby pads, them shoulder shockers under your shoulder pads and use a little league.
Nah,
Steph, he had
little league,
high school, yeah.
high school, shit,
So,
college, and in the pros. Like
you want? Nah, he ain't wearing the pros, cuz.
man,
No way.
I had the
Probably
they
a donut.
They would I ain't had no donut. They were different, like padded shirts. They were padded shirts.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I guess they did evolve a little bit. So
yeah, they evolved.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good weekend. Good weekend of ball. And tune in to Saturday to get all our picks for every game. Baltimore, they'll be out there without Lamar most likely.
Green Bay
on the road. Green Bay, I like them to win and cover that without Lamar. Saints at the Bucks. I think this is a big line, especially with how the Saints have been playing the Bucks. Bucks do play great at home, though. This is
I got Bucks,
interesting.
but I got the Saints. They cover.
Come on, man. We all right. Cardinals win. Cardinals cover.
Yeah.
And then Cowboys at the Giants, 10.5-point spread. Dak is concerning me, right? They're going to win this game, no doubt, in my opinion. But as far as this home stretch right now,
Hey.
And then the Rams, they'll be at home against the Seahawks with a 4-point line. I think they win and cover that one. Odell.
We're getting back to it, huh?
Odell, what a shocker. Me and you said he'll be he's still a wide receiver one. He's still a talented guy. He just got to get with the guy that can get him the damn ball. So shout out to OBJ and OBS. Or OJS. Odell Beckham. Nah, OBS, yeah. Shout out to OBS, man. Baker, get your shit together, man. Yeah, man. We out of here.
We out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. Again, man. Hit that like button, subscribe, tell a friend, like B-Bus said, man. Y'all tap in on Saturday for our pick show.
Saturday. Make sure y'all tap in, man. We out.
Peace.